This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
We've had a dry day around the bi-state, and right now temperatures very mild, but over the next 24 hours, that is changing with some rain, some snow, and cold Arctic air. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
I'm Kelly Jackson. Our Weather First team is keeping a very close eye on these changes tonight. Let's check in with meteorologist Jim Castillo.
Yeah, guys, lots to talk about. So that really cold, frigid, prolonged Arctic air is going to be with us all weekend into next week. But right now, the clouds moved in today, and even with the sunshine earlier and then mostly cloudy in the afternoon, we popped to 50. We're still at 48 in St. Louis. So things are really mild at this moment. Now that white right there, that is the blizzard warning for Iowa. Travel not recommended there. A little bit of moisture starting to develop to the west of us. So what we're expecting tonight is put the futurecast into motion. Showers, rumbles of thunder, downpours in here all the way through probably noon tomorrow. After that, that colder air starts to move in, and we see some snow showers in the area. Snow's not really the biggest deal, but we could see with the cold temperatures some issues on the roadways, and I'll have the amounts coming up and what we're expecting. So Friday morning rain, even overnight tonight. Some thunder is possible, and especially south and west. Brief afternoon snow, strong winds Friday night. We're talking 50 miles an hour, and where you're seeing this blue up here, that's where that really heavy snow is expected all the way through this entire storm. Winter weather advisory in effect for Phelps County, and we'll get into that in Maine weather, and a wind advisory for all of us. Much more coming up in just a bit.
You have a lot to cover, Jim. And today, MoDOT talked about its plans to keep drivers safe for tomorrow's commute. Crews will be fully staffed tomorrow, working in 12-hour shifts. So far, driving in the snow has been fine with our warmer ground temperatures. MoDOT says with these temps dropping, traveling will be more tricky this time around.
Temperatures are going to really drop. You're going to bottom out of everything, and that's going to be tough for us to maintain. The storm coming up this weekend, later in the weekend on Sunday, those are some of our big concerns. Those pavement temperatures are going to be cold, and that snow is going to stick to the roadway more, and our chemicals work a lot slower, so things are going to take a lot more time.
We also reached out to IDOT today. It's been testing trucks all week and filling them up with chemicals. Since the storm is starting out as rain, it says it will not be able to pre-treat roads. And our Weather First team keeps the forecast updated online. For that information at any time, all you have to do is text the word weather to 314-425-5355. And a reminder, you can always watch our local news and weather anytime on the 5+ streaming app. Just download the free app on your Roku, Fire, or Apple TV. Just search KSDK in your app store.
Now to some breaking news. Police investigating a deadly shooting in North St. Louis. This happened a little over an hour ago at North Grand and Cass. We're told a man was found shot in the head on the ground. Police have not released any other details about the victim. We're working on getting more information for you, and they're not telling us yet what led to the shooting. Developing tonight, tragedy in Troy, Missouri. A death investigation just down the street from the police department and City Hall.
And it's the latest in a string of violent incidents in Lincoln County. Justina Coronel joins us, and you sat down with the mayor of Troy to talk about those recent events.
Yeah, Mike and Kelly. So the Troy Police Department was called early this morning before 1 to the 100 block of Melody Lane. Now, police tell me while the investigation is still ongoing, they are looking into this death as a possible suicide. Now, there have been several serious crimes in the area within the past few weeks. On New Year's Eve, 16-year-old Matthew Robinson was shot and killed on Dotson Road. And on December 16th, Troy police say 25-year-old Elijah David Dalton was shot and killed on Whitetail Crossing. Now, I sat down with the mayor of Troy, who believes these are isolated incidents, and he doesn't think there is an uptick in danger. Mayor Ron Sconce grew up in the area and believes now more than ever, the population has grown significantly. With more people, they have increased their police department to keep up with the demand.
Anytime you see that influx in population, you're going to see probably an uptick in the element that would cause more crime. We've expanded the force, added about 6 officers over the last 3 years to the existing policing. So we're taking steps and trying to stay ahead of that.
Right now, some of these crimes are still under investigation. If you happen to have any information, you can contact Troy Police Department at 636-528-4725.
A person is now in custody after a deadly hit and run in East Alton. John Gleason was hit by a truck last week while he was walking along Powder Mill Road. Police have not yet identified the person accused of hitting him. Charges, though, are expected sometime today.
A cyber attack may have released SSM Health patients' personal information. There was a data breach impacting Navis, a healthcare management company that partners with SSM. Navis says someone accessed the information last July. This includes names, birth dates, health insurance information, medical records, social security numbers, and more. The company is sending letters out to patients who have been at risk. It is offering a year of free credit monitoring to those affected. For more information, just click on this story under the As Seen on TV tab of KSDK.com.
A family of 4 is without a home tonight after a fire that started in a vacant building destroyed their house. 5 on your side's Holden Kerwicki reports from South St. Louis with more details on the fire and why the family says it was no accident.
St. Louis firefighters were dispatched to the 4700 block of South Compton Avenue around 6 o'clock Wednesday evening with a report of a house fire that had spread into a nearby home.
The home where the fire started had been vacant for years and was a total loss, according to Catherine Kelleher, who lives next door. Kelleher's home was damaged after the fire jumped buildings and spread into her children's bedroom, causing parts of the wall and ceiling to fall in. No one was injured after passing drivers saw the flames and knocked on their door, allowing the family to get out safely. Kelleher says the property has been a problem for years and believes she knows what started it.
I've called the cops on that house at least over 30 times. It's been just nothing but squatters for the last 2.5 years that I've had to deal with. The homeless guy who had set the fire here at this house, there's a back house on the property. He had set that on fire as well 2 weeks prior.
At this time, Kelleher and her family are staying in a local hotel and trying to work with their landlord to plan their next steps as they set up a GoFundMe page. However, the cause of this fire is still under investigation. Reporting in South St. Louis, Holden Kerwicki, 5 on your side.
A nonprofit blood center is in dire need of donations. Impact Life is experiencing a massive shortage right now due to the winter weather hitting its locations where people go to give blood. 5 on your side's Travis Cummings went to Arnold to see how they're managing.
Impact Life estimates about 600 donations have been dropped this week due to cancellations and missed appointments because of all of that inclement weather, that freezing ice, the snow in some of the larger areas. And so that's why they're trying to get people in these seats to provide support.
Right now, the blood center stock is suffering because of bad weather in the Iowa and Wisconsin region. People have been popping in their 4 St. Louis metro locations to help out. Physicians say keep in mind they help to support community hospitals as well as nationally, so people who require blood transfusions on a daily basis can get them for such a range of conditions. Then there's the traumas, those accidental injuries that aren't scheduled.
The blood supply is a very, very important staple of the healthcare system. Of course, we need them imminently to help and to treat, to extend life, to save life. But we need blood on the shelves so that we could keep the healthcare system moving.
We have a list of locations and operating times on KSDK.com. Just look for the story under the As Seen on TV section. Reporting in Arnold, Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
Coming up, we're days away from the Iowa caucuses, and the race for the White House is getting thinner.
A cold snap could cost you on energy bills. We have some tips to conserve energy and save money.
In the market for a home generator, which type could save you more money in the long run?